Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from. And welcome back to Madman Reviews, where today we'll be looking at Ghost Song. Ghost Song is another game inside the Metroidvania verse that I got here recently through a Humble Bundle. And it's another one that reminds me a lot of Metroid, just through not the art styling, but how the game plays. You find what obviously looks like a Chuzo, and this is kind of where you would get your abilities. So in this game, this is where you would come to find a level up. If you had enough of the currency, you could level up your gun, your resolve, or your vigor. It's also where you can fast travel. Gives you a bunch of different spots you can fast travel to. And make repairs. If every time you die you don't lose anything, you just get a little thing that basically says, oh, I can't regain all my health because I need repairs. So that's kind of where you do that. These little vine-like things are where you would save. There, you can aim. You have a special ability. A melee. It's a melee, but the weapon I currently have equipped is a gun, so it's not. As you level up, you can increase your power usage since you're technically a robot. As you can see, I have all the different weapons. These are all your secondaries, and they also have a power cost. These two here are purchased, so I'd have to earn all the money that I'd need to go get it. Just along with a lot of these, I'm missing a bunch of purchasable ones. I believe there's one suit module I don't have because it's a boss that I bugged somehow, so I can't kill the boss. You get into your inventory, you can see your money, different things. Healing cores are how you heal. Different little things you can get throughout the game that makes you a little more powerful. These are all your different melee weapons. You can even get like a little friend that flies around with you. The map, see, pretty much been everywhere, done everything. So this is actually a pretty small map in comparison to like a lot of the other games out there. So, and this is a very, I'd say this is one of the easier games when it comes to like a Metroidvania feel. As you shoot your gun, you heat up, and you get slower and slower and less powerful. But the more heated this is, the more powerful your melee attack becomes. Kind of, you're meleeing with a heated weapon. Story here, it's not the most complicated story. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a decent one. Get over here, you can meet all your survivors. These are all the people you help, and you're basically trying to get them off the planet. This is near the end of the game, so they're all just kind of hanging out here. Otherwise, they'd be kind of spread out.
You're
around.
back?
You come here, this is where you go.
Here's some stuff I scrounged up.
See, God seeds, these are things, there's different colored ones, and they each give you a permanent stat increase. You can buy some of them, like there's one here. Module here, little temporary buffs, all the different things. This is kind of the main hub of the game, and then you can kind of go from here. And then there's other little things all over the place, like around here there's another store you can get to. That's kind of where I'm missing stuff from, is that store in the area. You can see this stuff kind of goes, you can saving. Like in most games, it'll heal you, replenish all your things, and it'll also make all the monsters respawn. There's other random bosses around. can fight. They're not repeatable in this one. But most enemies are pretty easy. There's an achievement to go through the whole game without dying, which I could honestly see. I could honestly see that one being a pretty easy one. Because I think I died once or twice, and the only reason I died that many times was because I was fighting a boss I shouldn't have been fighting. Something way too hard. You get a dash that you can do in the air, and it has a small timer on it. You can do it like once, twice. Yeah, then it won't let you do it anymore for a little bit longer. You can also get multiple jumps through modules, and then there's kind of like a wall climb. There's different bosses that if you come back...
Nice day, huh?
Even though this was a boss I fought, it's technically a robot. It's not really dead. So every once in a while you'll walk by them and they'll have different...
Bye now.
They'll have different... Sometimes they'll have different lines, like that's pretty much been her line for a while. Let's see here... All different kinds of things, all different kinds of enemies too. There's no... Let's go back this way. So there's all neat little things here and there, all spread out through the entire...
Nice day, huh? Bye-bye.
The whole thing is, as you're trying to help those people, you kind of wake up and you're trying to help your... You don't know really what you're doing. So you kind of are just wandering around, and then eventually it becomes you're trying to help. Eventually it becomes you're trying to help these people get off the island, or off the planet, and you find out all the little secret details and stuff about how everything works, who you are, and there's a little, there's some secrets and stuff kind of near the end that if you explore around, you get most of it. There's nothing like too far out of the way that I'd have to be looking around too hard to find. It's more of just, if you're someone that does a lot of exploring, you'll have no issue. If you're someone that doesn't really explore, you just go from point A to point B, you don't really look around, you won't find... You'll have a lot harder time finding stuff. But that's usually how a lot of these Castlevania, Metroid games... This is a boss arena. But yeah, there's all these slimes. And essentially you're just looking for ship parts. And these ship parts, eventually you find them, you take them back, and they get off the planet. This game seems like it's somebody's first time, or a game that they were just trying to get out because they had an idea. And they just wanted to get it out. Amazing, like, really good game. I mean, you can generally get it in the Humble Bundle. I don't know how much it is typically on Steam. Has a lot of nuances, it's kind of one of those, it has a sad kind of feel, like it's almost constantly pulling at your heartstrings, kind of feel. There's a lot of weird things that happen. You're chasing ghosts in some scenes. There's a lot of background detail here. You just see, like, there's a lot of stuff in the background. Like, they wanted to do something, and they did it, and then they just kind of stopped. Like, there's a lot of, like, there's some explained stuff, and then there's a lot of unexplained stuff in the story here. It's not a matter of finding it, it's just... they did it, and they left the rest up to you. They left the rest up to your imagination. So to do any kind of work, or to change any modules around, you have to shut down. Like, you know, like you're doing any kind of work on a machine. You have to shut down, and then now that you're shut down, you can select and choose and pick what abilities you want, like the rocket launcher, Heartseeker, the cloud burst, plasma burner, shoot out some blobs that help you, sentries, and then modules. All the modules do just different little things to help you reduce heat, all this other kind of stuff. And we can go back over here. And every once in a while when you talk to these guys, you get kind of blurbs and details. Let's go here just to kind of see some of the other maps, some of the other enemies. Like, he's missing his head. Use the fauna. Leave this. Yeah, this was a boss arena right here. So you kind of, this is like a junkyard, marshland. There's a lot of destroyed cyborgs and bots here. Infected things. Just all kinds of different little things. So, like, regenerating caterpillar robots, you know? And these heads that when you're carrying parts will try to attack you. This giant robot head. All kinds of fun little enemies, fun little things.
She was Amanda.
And you get things like this, where you'll find like a random NPC, and you can talk to him, basically. You can keep talking to him.
It's better this way.
Until they...
Quiet now.
And they give you kind of a little
There's
bit.
confusion this way.
Eventually, you know, you're done
There's
when they start
confusion this way.
repeating. So when they start repeating themselves, that's when you know, like, you've kind of gone through their entire script. But you'll find stuff, random NPCs like that all over the place, that you can then, like, once you talk to them in one spot, scrap their bots this one. It's kind of loud. There we go. Or you can just skip it and just jump over it all entirely. They don't really give you much. Like, Then I have a module that makes the little plants appear for me. And those plants will heal you. It's a good module. So that you're not always constantly trying to find some place to heal. You just can kind of run around back and forth and collect and... So very, very Metroid. Very quick, very fun game. I enjoyed it. I don't know how long it took me. couple hours, maybe 6 at that at most. Come over here, talk to that guy, unlock him, then come back over here, save. I have beaten the game, left me with more questions than answers, did some little side quests, but from that point on, I don't think they're going to make a second one, and the title itself already kind of gives away what it's about, but I don't want to spoil anything too much in this kind of review, so I'll just leave it at that. If you know what a ghost song is, kind of get the premises of the game before you even play the game, but it was fun. It brought me back to the old days of playing Metroid for the first time. So highly recommend it if you get it on a Humble Bundle or if you see it on sale for a couple bucks. Definitely get it. But until next time, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've played this game. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how I'm doing. And until we meet again, you be you, you stay you. But most importantly, adventure on.